the effort of the front seven today. 7 sacks, I think that ties a record for Lamar in a single game. You guys really contain him. I had to imagine that the game plan was to kind of keep him contained, don't let him get the run pass option outside the pocket. The way you guys played him today, how impressive was that?
Yeah, it was good. I think at first we were trying to. I think we were just running a little too many games, and he was kind of creasing, cutting up those games a little bit that we were running, and I think we just kind of went into let's just rush straight, let's get after it, and let's go win, and that's what we did. Big shout out for the coverage. I mean, that's what happens when good coverage marries good rush, is you get sacks, and that's the name of the game. And today was that, and we didn't even start off that hot with the sacks. It's something that just kept picking up steam as we went. So I'm really happy. I'm proud of everybody. Quan with 2.5, I think, which is so happy for him. And everyone else had 1, I think. But it was really, really good defensive second half, I think.
Yeah, it was a completely different outcomes like that. Week 1, week 2, but can this kind of be a barometer to show you guys can compete with any team in the league? Just what does this show you guys? This type of victory as far as a barometer where you guys at in comparison to the rest of them?
For sure, it's always good to win those big competitive games, and I knew we were a good team, and I know people were doubting us after that Green Bay game, and we got the big test in Cleveland next week. So is that right? Yeah. So it's just NFL. It's going to be every week. We got to bring our A game, and when we brought it today, and it paid off. But it's we're 2-1 now, and we got to stack them.
You're kind of reflecting tonight, Aidan. Like, I was listening to the broadcast, I hadn't heard your name, I looked down, I'm like, is he out there? And then 5 minutes when you strip Henry, and you get Lamar after that.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of chip away night when you got there? Or?
Yeah, it was. I feel like a lot of the run game, I wasn't getting a ton of action, and then pass game, Lamar was. I thought he was good getting out in the second or in the first half. He was good scrambling, and then our rush lanes got better. Coverage was marrying with good rushes, and then that's when things started picking up. And I think there's definitely sacks that you leave out there that I can think of right now. And but I think at the end of the day, we made the plays that we had to win the game. And it might have been a little bit of quiet at first, but then we surged onto the scene with a couple big plays to finish them off at the end.
Let's do a couple more, guys.
What did you make of the performance of your teammate David Montgomery?
David Montgomery. That was he brought a lot of joy when I was sitting on the bench today. Look at him; he's loving this. David, he deserves it all. He works his ass off. Really, no one deserves it more than David with what he did today. I wish he would have cribbed that long run, but ended up getting caught a little bit. But no, he's a baller, man, and he really he won us that game today. It was a big reason why we won.
Can you walk us through the punch? Derrick Henry doesn't cough the ball up a lot. Maybe you really bring that one out of there. I know defensive players are always swinging, but can you just walk us through the mentality and to see that ball loose?
Yeah, we had a play where I kind of went upfield, and I was tracking back, and I saw that ball cradling a little bit, and I put my head down and just threw the biggest hook I could. And then I got up, and everybody started running to the end zone. At that moment, I knew that ball came out. So that was a fun moment. I've never actually done that before, where I got a clean punch out like that on a ball carrier. So that was a lot of fun, actually. That was really, really cool.
Hey guys, last question for David, please, after Justin.
That was a big point of emphasis for you guys in practice. This big point of emphasis, the punching out this weekend, knowing that maybe Derrick and Lamar had a little bit of shaky play there early in the season. How much does that practice work pay off in a game?
We put a big emphasis on it, and that's a big nod to Shep. But we've been doing this, and I really just learned that from Amik, watching him last year against Tennessee, coming from behind, boom, left hook, ball out. So shout out Amik for showing me the way.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
David, can we just start with the play of the offensive line up front. You guy doesn't get 151 yards without really good play up front. Just that's a couple weeks down the road. Those guys have really played well. What were you seeing from the guys up front that allowed you and Jameer to have the kind of nights and you guys have the kind of night as a team on the ground?
I mean, yeah, it starts up front, you know. Those guys don't get enough credit, you know. They caught a lot of backlash after the first week, you know, and everybody was kind of on them about it. And, you know, it's really important to keep the horse blinders on when you're in the midst of the mud, you know. But we got the best group up front in the league, so they did exactly what I knew they would do, and, you know, we had fun tonight.
What a perfect way to remind people. I remember you said earlier in the year that this is the longest really that going into a season, you want to remind people that you're in the offense. How much is that fueling you, especially these big games like this, to remind people that you are still in the offense?
Yeah, for sure. For me, every play that I'm out there, I ask God to grant me gratitude and not anxiety, you know. And I think a lot of times when we permit things being relied on ourselves, we fail every trip we get, you know. But I'm so grateful for God being who he is for me and being able to soften my heart and my mind. So whenever the opportunity displayed itself, I was able to handle my business. So, you know, God is amazing. I'm just grateful.
David, you guys were pinned deep twice. We've seen it practice after practice after practice. You're the guy that go to when you're pinned deep to create some of that space. To have the 98-yard drive, to have the 96-yard drive, and to know that you kind of kick-started that. You know, what kind of gratitude and joy do you take in that element of the dirty work?
Yeah, again, it was not me at all. You know, you can't play this game by yourself. The guys up front, the receivers, you know, the tight ends, like you can't do that at all without those guys up front being selfless enough to be able to move those guys out the way so that I can have the right read. So my job is easy. You know, they did the hard part. So again, I'm grateful for those guys.
Give us your eyes on the 72-yard run. Put us in your perspective.
My eyes?
Yeah. What did you see as you're kind of hitting that hole? And what are you reading in that play?
For real. I just was sticking to my read. You know, Coach Twist had been on me this whole offseason about trusting my read and staying square, and I was able to do that. I'm more disappointed that I got hawked. So, you know what I'm saying? My brother gonna be on me about that, but it's cool though.
Can you walk us through the celebration, that crying celebration?
Nah, so I got a like an alter self. I see myself as the Joker. And in one of his movies, he was fake crying and he started to laugh after he, you know what I'm saying, was crying. It's kind of like a joke on the world. Like that's kind of my go-to celly for the whole year. You'll see it a lot.
Coach Quinn says that your best players are your hardest workers on this team. Mm-hmm. How does he?
Coach who?
Coach Quinn. Coach Campbell, sorry. Got the wrong Quinn, sorry. Coach Campbell says.
That's a fine.
Coach Campbell says that your best players are your hardest workers on this team. How does he kind of instill that culture in this team and push you guys to be leaders by example?
Yeah, he walks it every day. You know what I'm saying? Coach Campbell's always the first in and last out. He holds everybody accountable, but he holds himself accountable the most, you know. And when you're getting led by something like that, it's easy for you to follow. And you got a team full of guys that's like that, selfless individuals, you know, guys who weren't the best where they were, guys who got counted out a lot of times in their life. But you know, you get in a place where you're able to have some selfless guys who show a lot of humility and have gratitude for the game and for each other. I feel like you can create something special. And, you know, and we got something special here, you know. This is a big game for us, and we just get ready to work on the Browns here now soon.
And you played a heck of a game on defense against this team, had a lot of sacks. What do you put into that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand with the coverage and then the pass rush. So the defensive line and the linebackers did a good job getting home, but also in the back end they did a great job covering. So it's complementary, hand in hand. So it worked out tonight.
And on your birthday,
yeah,
a nice
present. Oh yeah, but great birthday present. Got a little sack too, so I'm happy.
You talked about people doubting you a little bit this year. Answered some questions tonight, I would think, didn't you?
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, possibly. You know, I feel like I feel like we did a great job just coming in here with the right mindset, ready to go. The coaches put a great game plan together, especially Shep. He did a really good job of making it clean for us, but also changing the look for them. So we were able to execute at times. Obviously, there's stuff to clean up, but yeah, it was a statement win for us.
How about 7 sacks?
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on that and the pressure you put on him tonight.
Yeah, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. We got whatever we have to do to keep it rolling. We got to continue it throughout the season. And yeah, I'm an important guy. Whatever we have to do to keep it going, we got to do that.
Alex, what about the spy? I mean, you guys, it really worked for you guys, especially in the second half, with you spying Lamar and not letting him break loose on some of those runs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, Shep does a good job of putting a good, pass rush, game together, game plan together. So. We're able to get those 3 guys after it, and when we go against these mobile quarterbacks, we have to do something to contain them and slow them down. So obviously we weren't able to get home on everyone, but we were able to get the pressure late towards the end of the down.
2 drives of more than 95 yards, just churning away, keeping you guys fresh.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that's huge. Anytime you can keep our defense off the field like that and just take time away from a really great offense on the other side, that's really important. And it goes hand in hand. When the offense struggled, we had a 3 and out, and when they were going, they did their thing when we needed them. So those big drives were huge, and we just got to keep it going.
I feel like there were times tonight where you had to answer them and you were able to put together big drives. I mean, a 94 to 96 yard, 98-yard drive is something else.
I mean, yeah. Coach, one of the keys to victory was complementary football. And offense, we knew what our job was, and those 2 drives was just us doing our job.
Did you feel like you were able to lead on them a little bit there and that running game opened up in the second half?
I think so. I mean, as the game goes on, you kind of get a feel of what's working, what's not. And it just comes down to everybody doing their job again.
What kind of statement do you feel like this team made tonight coming on the road and getting a win like this?
As a team, I think we definitely made a statement, but that was the expectations. It's crazy. We still feel like we got a lot of work to do. So we're gonna enjoy this win, man. 24-hour rule, man. Get ready for the Browns.
You know what a challenge that offense is going to be to get 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson tonight. What to say about this defense?
Once we play together, man, this defense can take us places. And like I said before, it's crazy. We didn't even play, up to our standard, but we'll take the win, man. Get back to the drawing board and get ready for the next week.
Complementary football, offense, defense, special teams. Is that what stood out to you?
Definitely, man. Defense got the ball back. D-line played hella. Defense played hella tonight. Linebackers flew around. DBs covered. Was able to get the offense back the ball, put some points on the board, and I feel like we definitely played as a whole today. But we're gonna keep on stacking.
I don't know if you heard, this is the most sacks ever against Lamar Jackson.
Hey!
What do you think about the game plan that Shep devised?
Shep just doing his thing, man, dialing it up, and we just trust him. Our offense went out there and were striking today, though. Those boys are running the ball, passing the ball. They did a good job. It was just a good game plan by the coaches, and players went out there and executed, man, so it was fun.
You're a guy that creates his own energy, but when Shep's out there kind of being Shep, what does that do even for a vet, just elevating you in the game?
I love it, man. I love how aggressive we call, we play. I enjoy it. So it's good. And then the guys we got around us, man, they just special. So it makes it a lot easier being a nose guard in there playing just your blocks because, you got some special guys around you that make it happen.